and welcome to the Collegium, our monthly magazine program in 3 parts: cinema, state of affairs, and our arts calendar.
Tienes a cientos de enemigos y a nadie más perdido, por eso crees que eres...
Ok, empiezo. Unos tienen enemigos, tu mayor enemigo se llama que no tienes estilo, pero mira cómo sigo en mi camino, es mi destino. ¿Quién llegó y quién intervino? Yo en mi camino sigo, continúo firme, llego hasta el final, esto es simple, lo hago, es un single, maxi, llego hasta el final, tú llama al taxi, voy a meter un gol como el cabrón de Lío Messi, yeah, yo soy el pre Presi y el entrenador. Voy a joderte, me llaman enterrador de Undertaker. Y me trabo, pero sale serio. Voy marcando un gancho, soy Criterio. Yo, la lengua se hace un lío. Yo, sigo hasta el final, la verdad no soy un crío. Llevo mucho tiempo en esto. Siempre jodo a los que van de todo porque se creen los maestros y son mierda. Yo voy por la izquierda, un gancho a tu muela. Soy el hijo puta y no tengo abuela.
¡Final, Zaragoza! ¡Que salgan, por favor! ¡Criterio! ¡Ruido! ¡Y mi hombre! ¡Siempre listo! ¡Sistema Pereira! ¡Ruido! Empezará Criterio, tendrá su minuto.
Tendría que tener un guión atrás. Venga, las manos fuera, barbilla alta. Empecé a improvisar enseguida que empecé a rapear. Realmente me gustaba bastante porque escribiendo, todo lo que escribía no tenía sentido. Y me gustaba más estar con los colegas en el patio de la escuela rapeando sobre lo que veíamos, aunque de todo eso no rimase nada, pero era divertido.
¡Tiempo!
El sistema Pereira tiene un problema. Algo pasa, tío, ¿eh? Le falla el sistema. Es así, error en el ordenador. Soy el doctor como Loncho, pero mejor, así lo hago. Bien, tío, te lo improviso. Si te pones debajo, da igual, tío, te piso. Soy así.
Es algo diferente a escribir, no es tan serio. Es como dar una patada, te desahogas, ¿sabes?
Soy un globo y voy para arriba, por el cielo. Siempre lo hago bueno y voy cayendo como un trueno. Lo hago de esta forma, me dicen ya fenómeno, no menos. Siempre voy como el fuego, te quemo. El bombardeo, suelto mi fraseo.
Para mí, el rap no es pasajero, es lo que más me gusta, lo que me mantiene en pie. Nada, yo lo hago porque me gusta y porque me hace feliz y porque me ayuda a no estar en la mierda. Aunque ahora hable con vosotros, soy una persona muy cerrada. Me cuesta abrirme mucho a la gente por circunstancias de la vida y las cosas me las trago yo y luego las escribo. Por eso es así, yo soy una persona que sin esto no sé qué pasaría. Me vendría abajo, de verdad. Yo no sé hacer poses gangsta ni cosas así. La gente cada así acaba doblándose el brazo entero, ¿sabes? Ahí. Yo no sé hacer esas cosas. Yo solo sé hacer así. O así. No me sale natural contarle las cosas a la gente. Tiene que haber mucha confianza. Y tengo que ver que realmente están ahí en todo. Y por eso, pues, solo hay un par de personas que me lo han demostrado y son con las que suelo pasar cada día. No, ya estamos, no, si no, no veo, tío, no llevo las gafas. Venga, y este que no ocurre nada. ¡Ay, se emociona ahí! ¿No había salido?
No.
¿De qué hablamos ahora, eh?
Pues te digan ellos.
Yo creo que muchas veces las cosas que de verdad le duelen no las cuentas para que no suframos nosotros. He llegado a esa conclusión. Pero se hace más daño así. Porque un saco, si se lleva entre tres, pesa menos que si lo lleva uno solo. Cuando ha habido golpes grandes en la familia no ha llorado nunca, nunca, nunca. Y claro, eso es lo que hace daño.
Pues mi padre se fue hace unos 7 años de casa. Se fue con otra chica para tener otra relación y...
Lo olvidó todo, abandonó todo. Su padre para él era un dios. Los fines de semana era el fútbol con su padre, a ver el partido con su padre, todo con su padre, y de golpe y porrazo se quedó sin nada. Yo no tengo padres, no tengo hermanos, no tenía a quien acudir. La familia nos dio de lado porque supuestamente nosotros éramos los responsables. ¿O no? Y hoy por hoy estamos solos.
¿Listo? ¡Tiempo!
Venga, juego contigo a la raqueta. ¿Habéis visto a este puto gordo que parece una croqueta? Es una albóndiga, mira con su cara de hormiga. No lo sé, parece el Notorious Big, pero no eres un niga.
Bien, este negro se cree Bob Marley. Tú eres una Jock, tío, pero yo soy una Harley. He venido de Mallorca, tío, a por ti. Tú eres un Twingo y yo soy un Maserati. Aquí yo tenía unos 12 añitos, así. Jugaba fútbol, como puedes verlo, y aquí gané el trofeo al mejor jugador de la temporada, que tengo unos cuantos de estos. Esto es mi padre y yo, viendo un partido del Barça, que ganamos. Es una movida, pero yo he perdido muchos recuerdos, no sé por qué, pero incluso cosas que tenía que recordarme, que ya era bastante mayor, ya no me acuerdo. O sea, hay muchos recuerdos de cuando vivía mi padre en casa que realmente no los tengo y no son tan lejanos. A lo mejor es de hace 8 años, pero no sé por qué. Llegan fechas señaladas o tienes un día raro y te apetecería tener a gente que ya no está. Y cada vez que llega, por ejemplo en Navidades y tal, para mí es muy jodido. Ahora, a ver si hay suerte y le veo pronto, le puedo dar un abrazo.
Mira, malas noticias, sus polvos 3 segundos, si no la tía se asfixia. Se llama Criterio, no me gusta decirte gordo, pero no tengo otro remedio.
10 segundos.
Mira.
Cuando mi padre se fue, 2 meses antes acaba de morir mi abuelo, que es una persona de las que más he querido en mi vida. También se juntó la separación y todo el estar solo, que vi a mi madre depresiva y lo pasé bastante mal. Dejé el colegio por problemas también. Y bueno, y empecé a engordar y hemos llegado a como estoy ahora. Aunque estoy mejor, siempre se puede estar superior, está claro, y bueno.
¿Qué quieres?
Cacahuetes, que tengo hambre.
Sí, lo he intentado y he hecho dietas y todo bien, pero no me funciona como debería. Pero vamos, para estar así yo creo que soy un chico que se mueve bastante. De hecho, hago deporte, aunque parezca extraño.
Welcome to our State of Affairs portion of the program, where we're very pleased to be joined by Marina Treichel. Marina, welcome to the Collegium.
Thank you very much. I'm happy that I was invited.
You know, Marina, you have a long history with the Open Channel here in Berlin. Maybe you should tell our audience about all the wonderful things you've been doing for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I've been here, I think, 13, 14, maybe 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started with a lot of women, doing especially movies, shows for women. Yeah. But later on, I thought it is necessary to do critical things about things that should be changed in the society. A little message here and there that I thought was necessary, I think is necessary. So, yeah, I met somebody, he gave me some information, and I thought that is a thing I should make a show about. I invited a lot of guests, and I'm working with people in the United States, I'm working with people in Sweden, and I think it is necessary to work worldwide. It is not enough to work only in Berlin. This is a wonderful chance for everybody to say their own mind, and we should use the Open Channel everywhere. And we should try to get in contact with other countries in order to get things done that political members can't or don't want to get done, and to reach everybody.
Well, how do you encourage persons to become involved in this situation, particularly since it's not it's a non-paying job or undertaking? How do you encourage them to do it with the time and effort that it takes?
I think it's the idea, because I love to do it, and I know it is very hard, and I spend a lot of times, a lot of nights working on it, and I tell people about it, and for some reason they think it's cool, so they do it too. So I've had a great team for many years, and I'm very thankful for it.
And now we're going to talk about another project you have in mind, the Rap is the Key. How are young people going to become involved with the kind of thing that, or the kind of work that you're talking about? Or should they?
I think they should. I had a member of a rap team in one of my shows, and he told me that he goes into schools, into youth clubs with rappers and tries to reach the children there, making music with them. And mostly these are kids that don't have a chance now, will never have a chance in our society. And that was a reason for me to make a show about it, to invite rappers, to go into a school and be with the team for 1 week so I can talk about it. And I seen children in that class that didn't do anything. They didn't hear what the teacher was saying. They didn't listen to anything. They destroyed. And when the rappers came in, another music was playing. They thought it was cool, rappers and music, and when do we start? And I seen them change within days, bringing up a subject, trying to do a song, and then making a CD. And it was such a great experience for me, so I thought, if that is the key, and it can be the key, we should use it a lot more. And this is why I want to talk about it. I want to invite guests, and I think the government should finance projects like that, because if we don't do it today, we don't do it tomorrow, these kids don't have a chance. They will not finish. These kids I met in that class, they will not finish school. They can't, because there is nobody that helps them, nobody that can be reached. So they will be, if you see the economical side, they will be outsiders, maybe being in jail or being supported their whole lives, because they cannot be part of the group of our society. So why don't we take a chance bringing them music that they like so they can choose a partner, a rap partner, and somehow tell their stories, somehow try to find answers.
Where does this music come from, and why do you think that this music is so inspirational to the young people?
I learned in the show I had that the rap came from New York, long time ago, Brooklyn, at a time where black people were not allowed to go into the bars or into the clubs, and they made their own music on the streets, and it was rap music. Later on, it came to Europe, it came to Germany. Still, the American rap is number one and will be. Of course, here, 1980, I think it started, it had a political side too. They started making rap music because they wanted to tell a message. And this is the message, is a thing for me. Try to do it with this music. Try to reach children that cannot be reached with this music, and it is a chance for the society.
Why do you think, for instance, that the rap music, if you take the same message or the same text and someone just speaks it and talks about it, what is the contrast between that and adding music to it? Why does that element, or is that element so important in your opinion?
Music has been and always will be very important, and it touches you. It may be rap, it may be something else. The children like the music, and rap music is something they can do themselves. Other music is difficult. They cannot be part of some group, some singing group, because nobody would want them. Here, they can take the beat, somebody plays the beat, and they can talk their story. They can tell about their problems.
Well, in addition to the fact that it's music, what is the relation between that and in many cultures you have the issue of the oral tradition, where that the people historically have maintained their history and passed it on from generation to generation orally. So is this a part of what the children, the young people you're working with, will be able to do? Is that going to be the oral tradition to some extent with music, by which they can document what it is they're experiencing and share it with other people and pass it from generation to generation? Or what do you think?
I think that is a chance. I think that is a chance to reach these children that cannot be reached by anybody else, because they don't want to be reached anymore. They have presently their own world, because they're not wanted. For what reason, we don't know. But they are on the outskirts. They don't have a chance for anything. And by being part of this music, I think they have the feeling there is value. Value as a person, value as a member, value that somebody is hearing my story and not saying, no, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're yellow, you're not part of the society because you should go back to your own country, whatever. Mm-hmm. But music is something very special, and this we should use.
Do you think that the situation with the school systems, do you think that that's something that should be encouraged as a means of teaching within the schools?
Yes. I think it is time that we change schedules at schools. Of course, we hear in China or in other countries, the level is getting higher and higher, and we hear that children there have not only their private school, they have their private teacher on the side. For every economy, it is necessary that you have a good school system and that you have people that go to this school and can afford to go to this school. But now there is the question again, are we in a society that we want that all children are equal? Aren't we already again after many years, especially in Germany too, after many, many years where we said everybody is equal, everybody can go to university, no fees, no. We're starting with the fees, and we're coming to the point where only the upper class can finance this good school. Only the upper class can say, this is possible for our children. And this is not something that everybody wants. And we're here at the Open Channel because we can say whatever we think should be said. Other channels can't do it because there is a political party behind it. They can only say that what this political party allows them to say. So we should take the chance and do all this good work here and encourage people to do it, because this way we can reach the political parties and put pressure on them.
In the event that, as you described, the class system and the 1 or 2% dominating the society, where is that going to take us for the future, in your opinion? How will that work? What picture are we painting for not only, perhaps not for ourselves, but certainly for our children and their children?
We're going back years and years and years where it was only one king, and he was the one that had the money, and everybody else, not slaves, but they were like slaves, had to do whatever he said. And it is so necessary to have a democracy where everybody can say their own thing, and it is necessary that everybody is equal. And I think this is the thing we have to fight for. I know we're having very hard economic times, but if it is possible that banks can get millions and millions and millions, and again they're on the top level and laughing, and the next generation has to pay, something is wrong. A control system has to be there, and we have to give everybody a chance for a life. And presently, it doesn't look like certain people will ever have a chance.
Well, when you talk about the banks and the companies, isn't the situation is that they feel their primary responsibility to the shareholders rather than to the society at large? In other words, the persons who invest in the bank or the corporations are the ones that they have to keep happy financially, and everyone else can let them eat cake?
That's right. It is only upper class stays to upper class, and nobody else counts. And this is the same situation with the political people. Yeah. They are influenced by money. Mm-hmm.
How do we, with the kind of story and the kind of explanation that you've just offered, how can we transmit this information and perhaps understanding to young people? Would it be necessary that, say, someone like yourself take that kind of information and develop it into a rap song and then do it as a rap song for the children?
Wonderful. If somebody wants it, I'll do it. I would.
Right.
Because it is very important. Maybe that's the only way they would understand it. Yes. Maybe they will not listen to teachers if they tell them. Maybe they say, well, we see it in the paper, we hear it from our parents, we don't understand it. I can remember a few years back, I did not understand this whole situation with the banks either. Right. Now I've heard about it. Does anybody really understand? Does anybody really know the truth? I don't know. A lot of people think they do. If they really know it, I don't know.
How did you become so involved in this? Was it something that touched you emotionally, or was it an intellectual decision and direction because you read and you saw things? And what motivated you to take these kinds of steps?
Because I've seen so many things that are going wrong in our society, and for me, when I plan a new show, it is a small message, my message for the society, hoping that when people see that show, that they think about it. They're starting to react, maybe thinking we should go with our needs to the open channel and react. I can remember when we started thinking about the show, that you made this big show when the election was for Barack Obama, and it was first a small thought, and then we had a 4-hour show, and it was wonderful. All these people here, this happiness. Somebody was speaking here in the next door. They were watching the election. I wish we could have done it with all open channels all over the world. And I'm sure that we could change a lot of things if a lot of people would be aware of it.
Yes. And now tell us what you plan to do during the film festival when you conduct your Rap is the Key seminar or discussion, or however you wish to describe it.
I would like to invite rappers to talk about their work. I would like to invite young people that work with these rappers. I would like to invite officials that are in charge of money to say why they aren't financing, or they have not financed something like that, or is it possible to finance something like that? I would like to see where is money, how could it be financed, have psychologists from schools talk about it, how necessary it is to do something like that to reach these children. I hope that a lot of people will come and discuss it with us.
And how do you plan to contact these persons to inform them about your ideas and what your expectations are of their contributions? How will you reach them?
I reach them, I call. I am very patient, and I call for days and days and days if I have to contact officials, and I always find somebody, right. I'm sure.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, we have the rap music. Are we going to have dancers, or will there be live music, or how are you going
to... I hope to invite the rappers. I hope to be able to invite rappers with young kids, and of course they have to dance, right. Of course they have to sing, and of course the rest of the people are invited to join.
Oh, that's going to be splendid.
Yes.
Well, Marina, any other great words that you have for us as we fly off into the future? What's your vision for the future? Where are we going?
My vision for the future is that we have prime time again at the open channel, so people that turn on the television at 8 o'clock at night see us, because what we have to say is important. I hope to be able to get in contact with other countries so we can exchange experience, exchange tapes, and grow. That this group we have now is in 4 or 5 years a lot bigger, and we can say trying hard has helped. Rap sessions in school are now always possible.
Rap is the key.
That's right.
Keep hope alive.
That's right.
Jessie Jackson. Marina, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So stay with us, and remember, you are participating in what else but the Collegium.